It didn't give us our countdown. We just went live. There it is. All right, so
Hello.
let people come in.
So you saw what I sent you about Los Angeles, like California. Now you see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's crazy, ain't it? The police can't say nothing to him.
Let me get back over here to comments. Hey, right came right in too, Montana.
What's up, right?
You could talk about some stuff. I mean,
Hey, we had some technical difficulties, so we go. Can we postpone it to tomorrow? Are you available tomorrow around the same time, right?
it'll be later. It'll be 8:30.
All right, that's a bit. So what y'all got going on, man? What you think about Shedur Sanders, man? You think the NFL is trying to ruin it?
I do.
Because ain't no way you finally starting him because your number one quarterback, dealing with injuries. All right, you put him in as a starter. He been starting for the last 3 weeks. All right, last week, he threw over 300 yards passing and what 3 touchdowns, right? And in a game they was losing, and he came back and tied it up. And it was came back. They came back and needed a 2 point conversion to tie it up and to go in overtime. And instead of putting him in that game for the 2 point conversion, they take him out and run a wildcat offense. How you feel about that? You feel like that was a setup for him to fail and for them to get bashed? And then the image of him, and then he also scored his first touchdown of his NFL career. And then the photo that Fox got of him scoring, it looked like he had on a thong. Because you know how it showed when your shirt pulled up out your pants, it showed that it looked like he had on a thong. And Fox was portraying it like he had on a thong. And then he had uh a lot of controversial against that. Was
Why they doing
rumors,
him so bad?
huh?
Why are they doing him that way?
I don't know. But everybody was clowning him, talking about Shadur got on a thong, Shadur got a dong, and it cleared. And then his brother went live, did a vlog, and cleared it up that it wasn't. That was just how they had that medical tape, around their bodies and stuff like that. That was medical tape. So, is the NFL industry making him look like a clown? That's my question. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I think he should just leave that organization alone. You know, I believe there's plenty of teams that's out there that needs him, and I know a couple of them that can use him. You know, but at the same time, um, At the same time, I think he needed to just leave that organization alone. I think that organization is failing him and failing his family. And my Atlanta Falcons, y'all, I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to claim them no more. I'm just so that's just how I feel about them. You know, I got a tattoo of them. I got a tattoo of they you know logo on my hand, and I'm thinking about getting it covered up, man. That's just how I feel about them right now. I feel like the Falcons will never make a postseason until they get rid of their owner. Till the owner sells the team, because we in a administration where I feel like um, they don't want to spend no money, and they cheap and don't want to spend no money, and then the players that they do spend money on, it end up being a bust or a scam. And I think that Kirk Cousins is the biggest scam in Atlanta Falcons history. You paying this man $180 million a hundred. He got $180 million contract just to sit on the bench. That's a lot of money to sit on a bench.
You reading his comments?
Well, he says that NFL is 50%, 53% black. Pretty stupid if you ask me. I believe it's more than that black.
Okay.
You, so reason why I say that is because with the owner, he ain't doing nothing. He don't want to spend no money, and then the players he spend money on, they be full of it. They be full of it. We always buying other teams' trash. If another team put him that player on a free agency or cutting him, what makes you think you could spend millions of dollars to get him and he's going to perform for you? It was a reason why he's a free agent. You got to spend money to make money, and we don't like to spend money. You see, you got Philadelphia, you got Philadelphia. They whole team stacked with all-star Pro Bowl players because they don't win, they don't mind spending the money to get what they want to win. Same thing with Pittsburgh. They don't like they'll spend anything to get what they need. Atlanta, Atlanta right now if you look on the free agency, let's say we had what's the best wide receiver in the NFL right now? We could say Stephon Diggs, one of the top receivers in the NFL right now. Say, for instance, Stephon Diggs was on the free agency. Atlanta would try to lowball Stephon Diggs with a $5 or $6 million deal to get him down there in Atlanta when you got other teams offering him 180, 190, and $200 million. And we expect to win off a low budget, off of low balls like that. Just like I said, we will never make a playoff until we get a new owner. So every year we just got to go with what we got. At the end of the day, we one of the sorriest teams in the NFL this year. And even with the new draft picks, I feel like we don't have a staff that can develop great players, because we can draft players in the draft and put them on a 3 or 4 year deal, and they never perform well for us. But when you put them in the right system on another team, that's when they start to stand out. Like, why can't we have a program where we could develop players like other teams can? I'm gonna let you talk, Phases.
Well, I'm listening to you because I don't know nothing about that. And I'm helping my daughter do something real quick. You can keep talking about it or hold on. Well, that tells you there's a serious problem going on. You hear me, Montana?
Yeah, I hear y'all read the comments.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Yeah. It always been a serious problem, right? It been going on. This been going on for years. It's been going on for years, man. That's why we can't never get nothing down there because they know they gonna get underpaid. To be honest with you, you remember Matthew Judon? That was the defensive end for New England Patriots, and he left New England last year and came to Atlanta last year for one season. One thing I respect about Matthew Judon was when he came to Atlanta as a free agency. Atlanta, Atlanta was gonna give him the money he wanted. And one thing I respect about that man was he told the owner, "I don't want no money. I want to work for what I get paid. I want to work for what I want to earn my worth. Right now, I haven't showed you nothing that I'm worth getting paid this much for." And I respected that. Oh yeah, I know my parents are in Atlanta. My grandma called them the Dirty Birds. Yeah, that's what we call them, the Dirty Birds. And I respect him for that because he want to work and earn the money that he gets. And then another thing is, I believe that it ain't up. The thing about it is, people think coaching staffs. Let me tell you something, man. The coaching staffs ain't got nothing to do with players. At the end of the day, Deion Sanders made that clear. That's why he didn't want to coach in the NFL because he said, "Hey, how I'm a grown man telling another man who making $200 or $300 million salary what to do? How can you tell a man with a 280? How can you tell a man that's 22 years old with a $280 million salary contract what to do?" Let me tell you something, right? And 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 I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. And let me tell you about these NFL owners. These NFL owners throw away hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars every year. And the reason why I say that is because you got 32 teams in the NFL, and everybody giving these players these deals to try to go to the playoffs and win a Super Bowl just for one team to win. So you got 32 teams fighting for one spot. Or you got 32 teams fighting where only two teams can go. So that means 30, that means the other 30 gonna be you feel what I'm saying? It's something to them pockets. It's something to them pockets because you got a lot of teams that don't make as much revenue as as other teams. Like you got Dallas Cowboys, they the number one um they the richest team in the NFL because they merch is what sell the most. Like they jerseys. You always see an old school person with a cowboy hat or a cowboy watch or something, or a cowboy bracelet or cowboy shirt. Their merchandise sell the most. So you got a lot of teams that bring in more revenue than other teams. Then we talking about the players you have to pay. Then we talk about the maintenance to keep up on $1 billion stadium. the bills that you have to pay as electricity on a $1 billion stadium. Camera crews, they got to work the cameras and all that. You got restaurants, all that in there. It's a lot of things to maintain. Taxes, even your personal bills and stuff. At some point, it do affect them because when you have a team that's losing and losing and losing, you got certain teams that come off of their endorsement deals with you. That's why you right. That's why you see a lot of these teams move to different cities because hey, I'm paying this and paying taxes on this and paying this, but I ain't making nothing but this. Then you got these owners, they got planes, private jets for their players to fly on. Then they got to keep up the maintenance on these planes. It's something to them. Why you think they get mad and fire the coach quick? Because I'm spending giving you I done spent $1 billion in contracts this year and you can't win me 6 games?
Thanks for holding it down, Montana, because my daughter needed me 911, so I helped her.
You good. So
go ahead.
It affects them in certain ways because they also got team doctors. And you know the doctors, they making hundreds of $1,000 salaries. You at least got to pay that and match that. So it do affect those owners. But at the same time, we just got to do better, man. You got the players now that they got so greedy. They done got so greedy. It just that got ridiculous. You know, at the end of the day, you got people like us. We'll play our hearts out on that field. We leave our shirt on our sleeve on that field just for $100,000 a year. And these people making $6 or $7 million a year and still want more money. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, y'all, and let Phases take over.
All right, so thank you guys for that. Thank you, Montana. There'll be an official segment for this sports, but we did have a little technical difficulties on this end, so we're gonna try to figure it out and Google some stuff. So we'll have that again, you guys. Thank you for coming in. We're just gonna wait a few minutes, allow more people to come in. As we said, we're not going straight through the app tonight, so it take a little bit for people to start coming in and for YouTube to let people know that we're here. Welcome, right? Welcome, everybody. If you're here, let me know you're here, where you're tuning in from, so I can shout you out.
How many people in here?
We only got 3 people right now.
Well, since it's real low, you want to switch it to the regular app?
We can. That'll work. So again, we're gonna end this live, I guess, and then go to regular YouTube since the sports segment is not working. We didn't get it up and running tonight. We will have it this week before week's out. So we appreciate it. We're gonna go over and head to YouTube live. I will holler at y'all in just about a half a second.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna holler at you real quick backstage.